Stadium, Baton Rouge. Just about to turn the corner into the back half of the season here on EA Sports College Football. It is Week 7. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, he understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Sooners ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Motion from the wideout. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. There he goes. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Handoff again. LSU will get a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
To the air, it's Levitt. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He'll try to take it back. He takes it in. Touchdown, Sooners.
Woof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You got to keep going.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Nowhere to go.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll move the wide receiver. They give it to him again. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Release to the back. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Out wide left to screen. Breaks a tackle and he might have room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. To the air, it's Levitt. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wilson. Wants to keep it in the air. He caught it. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it with Caden Durham. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And, man, you've got to love the resilience of this defense, man. It's been a pretty long drive. Chewed up some yards. They stayed focused. They stayed hungry. Down here on the goal line, they bowed up their necks, man. Get the big third down stop to force a 4th and goal.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Escapes the pressure to his right. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Looking to pass, it's Duckworth. Left side is Hawkins. Open space at the 25. There he goes. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Drops back on 1st down. They're all over him. He's got the tight end. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top as we get a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Back to throw, it's Duckworth. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He goes down, he needed to get forward to pick up that 1st down, and now they've got a decision to make on 4th.
That's pretty good zone defense, man. Zone defense means I got eyes on the quarterback, and when somebody comes into my zone, then I'm communicating with the other guy, and they pass it off and do a good job seeing the crosser, going to him, breaking on the football, getting the tackle, and now forcing the 4th down.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the tight end.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. Got his man. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded. You were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And the try is no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Sets his feet. It's Levitt. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's going to take off. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open, and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Wants to throw one first. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Running inside. It's Durham. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the 2nd level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's a give to Durham. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going to that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Levin. Fires to the middle. Makes a catch. He gets it in. Touchdown LSU. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for space. It's Blaylock. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Snap in the shotgun. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You know they'd love to convert this third down after missing a field goal on the last drive. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Sets his feet. It's Duckworth. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On the return. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff, Caden Durham. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Turns it upfield. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it can go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Now from the 2-yard line after the incompletion, it's 3rd and goal. Here's Durham. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick give. It's Blaylock. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Blaylock. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Back has it. Runs through the tackle. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 5 team, the Clemson Tigers. And it's the Tigers, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
From the gun, it's Hawkins. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Duckworth. Back's got it on the screen. Pass to 45. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Pulls it. He'll pitch it. Powers through the defender. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Searching for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for the One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Out wide left, it's Green. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires to the right. Looking for the goal line.
This offense can get a lot of yards, but it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll run it with Caden Durham. Knocked down immediately.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Left side, it's Thomas. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They want to fight this one in a phone booth. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, LSU!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team.
Oh, they blocked it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Delayed give. It's Blaylock. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Trying to establish the run. Showing off the arms. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. To the air, it's Duckworth. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Making his first move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide right, it's Thomas. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Caught on the left side by Wilson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Right side, it's Durham. Snags it and he's open. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Hauls it in. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
If I told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football is going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game. You might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
A run inside. It's Blaylock. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire...
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They'll send the back in motion. Got to make the play on 4th. Rush right in his face. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
The LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. So thanks to the defense, they take over, big lead in hand, and an opportunity to run this clock out if they so choose. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
On 1st down, it's Durham again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man. It's Duckworth. Couldn't set his feet.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Trying to get started. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Hey, it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caden Durham again. Got enough for the first down. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to their running game because it's been able to free